Hi, Randy Pierce here. Thanks for joining this webinar series. Hopefully you took the first step and ordered the book CleanIT. If not, go to www.wwcir.com and get it. Here I am going to share my story and the techniques that took me to the top, to have a #1 rated company, to do $230,000 plus in sales with one truck, one technician, to also have time to spend with my wife, to do things with my children, to coach them in sports, and also to have time for me, which means you'll have time for you so that you can fulfill your dreams. This should be a way to increase your income so that you can have more time to do the things you want. So go grab a pencil and or a pen, get some paper, and get ready to take some notes for this life-changing event. Okay, let's get started. First, a little bit about me. I started my business, Superior Steam Cleaners, in 1992 from scratch. I then sold it in 2014 for $200,000. I then became a full-time instructor for ChemSpec in the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. I'm a master textile cleaner, master water restorer, and a master fire restorer. It has been said I am lucky. I am here to tell you luck comes from planning, having a map. I wrote a book called CleanIT. It went #1 in 2 categories, marketing and consulting, in the first 2 weeks it was released. That's what these whole webinars are about, is breaking that down into a little more details for you. Does this sound like you? Are you working way too hard for not enough money? Are you stuck and can't seem to move forward? Is your cash flow inconsistent? How much time are you spending in survival mode, just trying to get by? None of these things are the problem. If you had regular work, your schedule would be full. You could raise your prices and you could get paid what you are worth. You could get out of survival mode. My goal here is to make your life more enjoyable and more profitable, to ease your highs and your lows, and to free you up to do the things you want to do. Let's get started. So I started turning everything over to my son. Things seemed to be going good. Then all of a sudden they started to slow down a little bit. I'm going, son, are you doing this? Do you do this? Are you doing that? He goes, Dad, I didn't know you did that. I didn't see it. So I had to start writing down everything I did. I did so many things just out of instinct and had developed, just become a way of doing things. And I hadn't really put them down in words. So I had to write everything down. That's kind of how the book came apart. And it came out to be Write Smart. And WRITE stands for Relationships, Implementation, Guide to Higher Training. And then of course SMART stands for Specific, Measurable, Achievable, Relevant, and Time Specific. But basically what it gets down to is you need to build relationships and you have to have goals. So you can record things, you're going to have everything lined up. It's one thing to start building relationships, get ideas of where you need them to go, but then you need to have implementation to get them going. Then it's good to have a guide to help direct you and help hold you accountable. It's amazing that if you're kept accountable for what you do better. If you're just out there shooting in the dark, if you hit some, you don't hit some, things are okay. You don't worry about it a whole lot. So you have to have things, goals actually set up so that you can follow down and see how to do it. But you need to figure out what type of relationships you want. How are you going to develop them? What are you going to do? And that's what all this program here is about.
So you want to make it rain money. You need to become a rainmaker. In the business world, a rainmaker is someone who seems able to create new business, sign on new clients, almost by magic. What say they have a gift or a knack for finding business opportunities where others cannot, making it rain money. Or do they? The original rainmaker came from the Native American tradition of engaging in a ritual of dance and song as a way of calling upon the gods in prayer for rain for their crops during the hot, dry months. The fact that there were instances where clouds seemed to magically come from nowhere and produce rain gave credence to the ritual. It was then perceived that this rainmaker had powers that others did not, and the ritual continued. We do the same in business. There are people we tag and label as rainmakers because of their seemingly magical ability, their gift of gab, their instant likability, their uncanny instincts, and the smooth, powerful, convincing way in which they conduct themselves. They bring on the business that the rest seem not to have access to, and we anoint them rainmaker. But this is a pure projection and a perception. As an entrepreneur, my projection and perception for years was that others were more gifted or had been given some advantage that I had not. I believed that others had more access to education because they had better genes. I had more access to opportunities because of their connections, or they had more access to money because they came from money. The real and deep down belief was that they had magic that I did not. Again, this was purely projection and perception. There is no magic in attracting new clients, lucrative accounts, and unlikely business opportunities. Although if you can master the ability, it may seem like magic. The ability to succeed in business and make it rain is quite simple. Have an attitude of success and sound business strategies. An attitude of success is nothing more than a regular, consistent, and persistent belief that I will succeed, no matter what. You've heard the mantras. Failure is not an option. I have no plan B because it distracts from plan A. I do not do what others will not so that I will have what others cannot. I want success as much as I want my next breath, and I will do whatever it takes to have both. These are not just cool things to say and think. They are an absolute belief in the success that will follow. Combine your confident attitude with sound business strategies that have been proven to bring success, and you too can make it rain. So, as the Wizard of Oz might say to you today, why? A rainmaker has no more ability to succeed in business than you. What you've got that you haven't got is an attitude of success and sound business strategies. There is no magic. So now it's time for you to decide to become your own rainmaker. So to become a rainmaker is really about building relationships, what we've been talking about. So here's some different ways that I've made connections, networking with associates and friends. So Facebook was one of the first ones I started with. I looked up people that I did work with. I worked with real estate agents. I looked them up, I friended them. Then I found all the real estate agent friends that they had that were in my area, friended them. Found people who lived in the area. If I cleaned someone's carpets, I friended them. And then I also tried to friend other of their friends that were in the area. Because if you're doing a high-end carpet cleaning business or any high-end business, friends hire friends. Okay? So they're going to look for people they've worked for. They're going to take referrals from other people that they have had work done for them. Usually you don't get into a high-end home by marketing low prices. Usually you're not going to get people coming to Ruth Chris's steakhouse that are used to buying McDonald's. It's going to be different. A specialized place, specialized people get specialized treatment. And that's what they want to look for. I use the same thing for LinkedIn. I went and built with businesses that were like businesses. Could have been real estate agents, could have been carpet retailers, could have been doctor's offices. If I've done some doctor's offices, I wanted to specialize in those. Specialize in churches. Whatever your niche is, you look for like people in your area. Build up. Get friended with them. Once they become friends with me there, I'd give them some information. Free information. How to maintain their carpets. How to maintain their homes. How to maintain cleaning. How to take care of them. And then, after that, if it was a business, a real estate office, a doctor's office, whatever, after a little while of doing that, I call and ask, hey, we've been friends on Facebook for a while or LinkedIn. Would it be okay if I came by? I'd like to talk to you about how I could help make your workspace healthier. And that was my key. It wasn't, hey, can I come over and give you a price so I can make some money? It was, I want to come over to make your workplace healthier, to make your job easier. And that's how I looked at it, because that's how I felt. That's how I felt I was doing. I didn't feel I was going there to get money. I was going there to improve your life. And that's the attitude. A lot of people, like shared earlier, say, oh, he just falls into money. He just falls into good jobs. No, I worked my way into those good jobs. I got to know people. I had empathy for people, and I care about people. And that's something you can't teach or get. That's something you need to have. And if you don't have it, you need to find somebody that does. Contact with colleagues. Again, if you want to build a carpet cleaning business, I found high-end dry cleaners. I found doctor's offices that treated the high-end restaurants. I worked with those people who would have the kind of people that I wanted for clients there. In any business you're in, that's what you want to do. You want to follow up with what you have. You want to go ahead and get in with the clients that you have, and that they have a circle of friends that they work with. You want to become part of that circle. And to be a part of that circle, you have to dress properly. You have to have the knowledge. You have to do the work that they're looking for. They're looking for people that care for their homes, that are going to take care of them. You need to have newsletters. You need to stay in constant contact with people, because they will forget who you are. No matter how good a cleaner you are, if they only see you once a year, only hear from you once a year, they're going to forget who you are. So you want to stay in constant contact. I didn't believe in that at first. And then I had an experience where I had a lady that wanted to use my services again, but she couldn't remember my name. And I'd been out of the phone books for years. So she couldn't find me in the phone book. The internet and stuff wasn't that big a deal then. She just couldn't find me. So she told a bunch of her friends to keep a lookout for my van. It took them 3 months before she finally found me. She got the information. She was one of my top clients. She was a wow cheerleader for me. I'd have impressed her so much. Now, who do you think all of her friends use? If she's willing to wait for him and chase him down because he does such a good job, does such good quality. She trusts him that much. That's the cleaner I need to use. But it also taught me, because she may have given up. A lot of people would have given up after a month or so, but she didn't. But it also taught me I had to stay in contact. So now we do a monthly email newsletter. We mail out every 3 months. We mail out through snail mail, regular postage and stuff, so that people can stay in contact. So we can do specials, so that, hey, you haven't had your carpets cleaned in 12 months. Hey, you haven't cleaned your carpets cleaned in 18 months. Hey, we miss you letters. But we hope we never get that far, because hopefully we've educated them enough that they want to clean on a regular basis. Hopefully we educated them enough and gave them reasons to come back to us on a more regular basis. Email campaigns. Emails are free. But for me, now this is strictly my opinion, you need to fine tune that. Because, if you're sending out an email newsletter, then you send them out something, their email box is hit every week or every day with mail from you, they're going to start to ignore you. You need to keep it special, is my opinion. Once a month, maybe twice a month, maybe every other week with something. Something that's eye-catching that'll get them to open it up, to think about you, and to think about referring you. Referral business is one of the biggest places, and that's where this comes in. That's how you become the rainmaker, is by getting people to look at you as the top client, the guy to go to, the guy to get answers to. And then that helps feed it, and that'll bring people in you don't expect. I'd been doing business for a while, knew a few people, and one guy referred me to somebody that did Howard County schools. And back when I went to school, we didn't really have much carpet in schools. I'm like, that's nothing, no big deal. Well, come to find out, between the 3 high schools, I think we did it for 7 cents a square foot, still came out to $14,000 for 1 week's work. Now, that's all it takes is one. But it's from getting to know people, talking to people, asking people, how can I help you? Do you know anybody that needs help keeping their product up? Those are the ways you get things done. And that's what's exciting about this business. And that's how you can become a rainmaker, becoming a problem solver, getting out, meeting people, greeting people, and becoming involved. Another great way we partnered with a carpet firm, retailer. They wanted to sell their carpet and flooring. We wanted to do carpet cleaning. We did a group thing together where we invited all the real estate agents in the area for a lunch and greet from 12 to 2. We provided lunches and stuff, food. We did spot stain removal demonstrations. They had extra salesmen there to talk about the carpet fibers and about different flooring and stuff. It was a great success. Introduced us to a lot of people. But that was because we were working together to grow. And that's what really this is all about, is about you partnering with other people and developing and growing together. All right, so hopefully I got you doing some thinking and got some thought processes going. So now you want to find people who will work with you for mutual benefit. Could be family members. Could be lawyers you've done work with. Could be friends. Could be doctors that you go and visit. You have your doctor's appointment all the time. Or people in your family have doctors. Engineers that you may know. owners of properties, your dentist, nurses, all these people, real estate agents, all these people that you might already have some relationship with. How can you grow it? How can you get them to introduce you? How can you wow them so that they'll introduce you to other people? You know, and there's a lot of that comes with education. You know, going and becoming certified, gaining some knowledge so that you can share it, so that you're not just the carpet cleaner, that you're the consultant, that you're the one that they go to get information from. That if there's a stain that they can't get out, they know they can call you. Now, you can't get every stain out, but hopefully you're good enough that you can guarantee that if I can't get it out, nobody else can. You know? Provide that outstanding service. Don't give them that time frame, well, we're going to show up between 1 and 6 in the afternoon. No, give them a closer time frame. Maybe a 2-hour time frame, maybe a 1-hour time frame. You know, we try to give them times. And sometimes something happens or we do extra work and we just give them a call. So look, because their time needs to be important. Your time is important. And you need to let them know that your time is important. And you need to understand that their time is important. Especially if you're shooting for high-end people. You know, high-end restaurants, they make reservations. They try to make them happen. They don't have you show up, you know, have a dinner reservation at 6 and then be booked and have you come in at 8 and have you stand outside for 2 hours. Okay, that's not generally how they work. So look at those types of things. Look how other people work. What service companies have impressed you? What did they do that was so impressive that wants to keep you coming back? Try to see how you can incorporate that in your business. But again, so I gave you a couple ways how you can use Facebook and LinkedIn to get all that in. So find out who the people are you're doing work for, and then find out how you can benefit them. You know, I've used high-end restaurants. Well, I'll clean their carpets for free, and they'll give one meal, for 2 to 4 people for free every month. And I'll give that to a client. But I'll be marketing it to all my clients in newsletters and emails. You know, become my top referring client, and you'll get dinner at such and such a place. And tell about how it's such a fine restaurant. You know, so you're building each other up. Okay? Cooperative marketing. Real estate agents. You know, give them information so that they can better treat their clients, either listing people or sellers, to make it easier for them to do their job. The more you can make it easier for other people to do their job, the better chance are that they're going to hire you and help you develop theirs. It's about working together. What can I do to benefit you? And again, you want mutual benefits. It's not just about them giving you a check. No, I do a referral program where I pay 10%. Real estate agents, a lot of times, I'll give them 10% and the client 10%. And I give them a coupon that says that. Here's a coupon good for 10% off your carpet cleaning. And it's got a picture of the real estate agent on it, contact information for the real estate agent on it. You know, and we show up to do the work, they try to give us that coupon. No, you can keep that coupon because it's got the real estate agent's name and number on it. This is a thank you from that real estate agent. Keep it, share it with somebody else. Because then they're passing on the information for the real estate agent also. Or an insurance agent. The same thing. You know, if you're doing water damage work and stuff, you can give it to the insurance agent. So what if you get 10% off of carpet cleaning after you've made all the money from the water restoration or the fire restoration? Take 10% off as a thank you from that agent. You make the agent look good. The agent gets good things back from them. Okay? And you get the jobs. And that's about mutual benefit, working together to build and grow. So think about that. Who do you work with? How can you help them be better? No. We help get a lot of allergens and pollutants out of the carpet. So you can work with allergists in your area. So you can help improve the health of their patients by doing the carpet cleaning. You can, they can refer you. You give the client some money off based on their referral, and both win-win. That's what you want to do, is build as many win-win situations as you can so that everybody can win. There's no reason everybody can't win and excite each other and build together. So think about these people. Think who these people are. Then work on becoming friends with them on Facebook and LinkedIn. And then work on that face-to-face meeting. Here you need to learn to explore ways to win your customers' trust. But again, becoming certified, becoming members of the Chambers of Commerce, working with different organizations. We do a lot of work with the cancer foundations. We give back to the community. We're vocal with the community. We give on Facebook and on LinkedIn and things. We give information out to educate people on how to take care of their products. And we all do all that for nothing. We don't lock people into it. We offer a half-price cleaning, but we don't force people into a contract or anything. We're going to do the best job we can to take care of your family. And we try to make it, that's the mantra of our company, and that's what we build on. So that's just one idea, something you might want to do. It's good to be involved in the Chamber of Commerce. It's good to be giving things back. Sometimes we do, a library for free, a church for free. Whatever works for you. We've had cancer patients that passed away. And we went back in and took care of cleaning the house and cleaning the carpets for their family at no charge. Because we find it important to help other people. We know that people are, if we have work and we're doing things, that helps us. And it's nice to give back. And that helps build trust. When people see that you're involved and you care, not just about them, but your community, that helps build trust in you. When you're members of different organizations, and other organizations will be able to say that they trust you. That helps build trust. When you do good work and you're referred by other people that they know. We had a client said, I was referred to you by my insurance agent, my banker, and my lawyer. I figured you had to be the guy to clean carpets. If three of the top people in my life thought that you were good and you were valuable, then I had to use you. And those are the type of relationships you want to build. It takes some time to do this, but it's time well spent, and it will make you the rainmaker. Because if things get a little slow, you can call some people. Say, hey, I've appreciated everything you've done for me in the past. We're running a little promotional right now. You don't have to tell them things are slow. We're running a little promotional right now. Due to this time of year, we've got some free time, and this is what we're going to do. If anybody needs some carpet cleaning, we're giving 10% off, 20% off for the next 2 weeks only. Set a time limit, set goals. And that way it gets people motivated to call you and to do it now. So think about ways that you can do that. Think about ways you can interact with people to help them build the trust. And again, like we've got Best Picks, which is a group that you can't pay to be in. You have to give them a list of your clients. They actually call your clients and verify you before they'll put you in the book. That's one of the best ways we get our top end clients. They're not in every state or every area, but that's a thought process, something like that in your area. Where things are checked out for you. Yelp and all them do work. So does Angie's List. They're all similar things, but they're nationwide things. If you can do something more local, it's even better. If something local is talking about you. Local Chamber of Commerce is, everybody in the Chamber of Commerce is talking about you. You can start picking up more work in there, residential and commercial. So think about how you can help. You can do churches. Like we said, and then you can donate work for them, or you can ask them to refer you to their members. And part of all the members is taking off the church fee. So the church can actually get clean for free. So these are just some ideas to get you thinking on how you can work and grow. But one of the biggest ones is, again, IICRC certified. Become, get in some trade organizations. Things that let people know that you are busy in your industry, finding out to stay on top of it so that you can be the best you can be. And then give that information to them. Tell them what you can do better, what you can do different than other people. Tell them why they should use you. If you don't have those answers, research them, think about them. Give us a call, Worldwide Cleaning Industry Resources, and let's talk about it. There are ways to get things done. Now I hate cold calling. So I'm giving up this slide, but what I want to do is try and change it for you a little bit. This is one way to do it, but I prefer the warm calls. Again, if you met them through LinkedIn, Facebook, and those websites, you've given them some information, and then you call and ask for a conversation, then it's not necessarily, cold calling, because they have an idea who you are and what you're about. Okay? But cold calling is where you go ahead and set up a goal for yourself. Again, we like to visit 5 companies a week. We like Tuesdays because, Mondays you got to fix things from the weekend, and Fridays you're getting ready for the weekend. But, it's whatever day works for you and your company. So what we do is we just visit 5 companies a week, and they're not long-term visits. We usually take some type of information, again, to help give them something, some knowledge to use for that they can use with their clients and stuff to show us to be more professional. And we usually bring, some flowers. We've got cakes and cookies and all different kinds of things that we've brought. Jars of candy, anything. Just something to have out front, keep people thinking about you. And you talk to them, hey, we appreciate the business you've been able to give us. Is there anything else we can do to help make it easier for you and your business? It's about them. Make it about them. That's how you can grow your business. And I do that kind of naturally. It's important for me to help other people. And, that's one of the reasons I do these webinars and stuff, because I enjoy helping people. I want to help you grow your business. I want to help you succeed. Sure, I expect to make some money out of it. Having become independently wealthy where I'm not going to do anything, but I want to get you thinking. And if you're interested in doing more, then give me a call. Now, here's a list of some people. If you're in the water restoration company, do insurance adjusters. One of the biggest ones I've seen that has worked for people is not just doing it cold calls for insurance adjusters, but come up with a basket. And in that basket, you put the insurance adjuster's information. And then you give it to them when you're all done with the job. You give it to them, a thank you from the insurance adjuster for you doing the work. You drop it off at the client's home that you just did the water restoration on. Deliver this nice basket from the insurance adjuster saying, hope everything went well. Thank you. And that gives, and then they call and tell the insurance adjuster what great things, how good work you did, and they appreciate the gift basket. You let them know you're doing this. Not all the companies are doing that. Okay? So that just sets you apart from others. And if you can make other people look good, they're going to help you make you look good. Okay? Property managers. If you can show them better ways, it may cost them a little more money up front, but in the long range, you can save them money and you can show it to them. They're going to hire you. I had a management company. Went in. I told them I did it for, it's been a while, but $75 minimum call. The other guy was doing it for $50. And well, try me out for a couple weeks, a month or something, and let's see how it goes. Well, when I went and did it, it was mostly for water damage work, usually small water damages. So you go there, suck up a little bit of water. I'd spray down some citric acid so it wouldn't brown out, and the job was done. $75. Well, the other company was doing it, but they didn't know about using citric acid to help stop the browning from coming back. So they'd be there disrupting the business once, and then have to go back 2 days later and disrupt the business again, and then hit them up for another $50. So they were actually getting paid $100, where I was only getting $75. And they were able to figure out that they were saving money. They paid a little more money to get it done right, but they didn't have to pay it twice. And before long, I was doing all their work. My most profitable day with them, a hurricane came through up through the state of Maryland, and if it hadn't been a Friday, I'd have made a lot more money. But because it was a Friday, pretty much everybody was going home at 6 o'clock. So I had to stop at 6. But I started at 7 a.m. in the morning doing a lot of these little roof leak water damages. A couple of them were big, but most of them were small. And that day's bill was $4,600. $4,600 for one day. And that's only because businesses closed and I couldn't get into more of them. But I actually went to 46 jobs in one day. And at that point, I was with a portable. I was hustling. I was a tired young man. And it was, like I say, it was a 12, 13-hour day. But, but so there you go. I was able to show them that you were paying me a little more money, but in the long run, I was saving you money. So I became an asset to them. So that's property managers where you can think about. Real estate agents. A lot of times they need stuff done now. Look, we're listing this house tomorrow. Find a way to get them in. Get it done for them. Explain to them how you'd like to have better time frames, but get it done for them. Maybe you can get it dry fast. Look, we can do it in the morning. You can have it online at noon. It'll be dry. We're going to leave booties there for you. So we're going to leave an extra set of 4 or 5 sets of booties so that when people come in, they have the opportunity to put booties on so they don't have to walk on the clean carpet. They may not use them, but it's your thought that counts. It's what makes you different than other people. What sets you apart. Carpet stores, we talked about them and how you can partnership with them to do other things, to bring other people in, to make it advantageous for them and for you. Plumbers, they're coming across water damages all the time. Go by, let them know the new stuff. What's coming out, what new equipment you've bought to help them make their job easier. What can you do to help them? Those are the keys you want to do. But here, so I prefer warm calling, where I've already introduced myself through LinkedIn, Facebook, and things like that. But if you got to do cold calling, do cold calling. Just show up. Give them something. Give them some information about your company and give them flowers, food, something to help keep you in their mind. And then show up. If it's the first Tuesday of every month, show up with something. Become reliable. Become known. That's what's going to build that trust. Man, this guy's been showing up the first Tuesday of every month for a year. We can trust him. He's reliable. He's dependable. Those are the things that can help set you apart from other people. So think about how you can get that and bring a program together for you to use. All right, so what do we want to do? Okay, so some to-do things now. Go on Facebook, LinkedIn. Find out who your top clients are, who your top referrers are. Make sure you're friends with them there. Then go ahead, become friends with their friends. Expand out some, those in your local area. Start posting useful information to them to help get them out. Find out where their businesses are. Directly contact them through Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff. Build a little bit of relationship going on. Then ask them for the direct meet. And then do follow-ups. Stay with them. Meet with them on a regular basis. Come up with a plan where you can meet with, again, like I say, if you do 4 or 5 companies a week, that's anywhere from 20 to 25 or 16 to 20 companies that can become networking with you to refer you business. But work on building those relationships at a time. And after a year, you can renegotiate if you want to keep working with those or you want to try similar companies. Which companies work better? You might be going after these certain management type companies. Maybe ones that manage houses for rental units. Maybe you're going after commercial properties. But maybe you're going after both and you find out that you're not getting any from the residential side, but you're building a commercial clientele. So maybe you go after that, you drop the residential ones off, and you do more of the commercial ones because that's where you're kind of specializing in. And go with that and see what you can do. Again, find out what's going to work for you. But you got to start. You got to have a plan. You've got to be working it. To be the rainmaker, you've got to have contacts. You got to be out there. You've got to be building those relationships. You got to have trust with them. If they trust you, they're going to hire you. And that's what you got to be building on. Work and have the knowledge to build the trust and show up, do the job, and deliver. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter how good a talker you are and how good work you can do. If you don't show up when you're needed, they're going to get somebody else. So you need to be reliable, dependable, and have the knowledge to do a good job. The best job out there. Now, get a plan together. Hopefully this got you through some thinking processes. Get a plan together and get out there and become the rainmaker for your company. All right, so here we go. Hopefully you've already ordered the book CleanIT and you've been able to follow through and use as a guide. Got some of the stuff already written in it and taught that we went through this, plus a lot more from the other webinars that are here. But here's my contact information. It's Randy Pierce, 8734 County Route 70, Avoca, Avoca, New York, 14809. My phone number is 443-277-1874. And my email is randy@wwcir.com. If you want to look at purchasing coaching, full set of webinars, or the real estate, I've got a real estate group put together, and I've also got 10 booklets put together. If you want to look at purchasing any of that stuff or talking more, go to wwcir.com. Again, that's wwcir.com. I look forward to helping you. Again, my goal is to make you a success, because if you become a success, that helps build up the whole industry. And the goal is to get this whole industry to become better and more professional. Thanks again. Look forward to seeing you soon.